The instigators.
Caleb's turn for intro.
Oh.
Okay.
What's up, guys? You
Hey.
should pretend to be
Hi
Cody. 'cause
guys,
he's not
this
here.
is me, 2J Josh.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Josh.
I will be at the Donut and Coffee show this weekend in Mount Druitt.
Oh, shit.
Never again.
And speaking of meets that you're going to go to, we're
Yep.
just going to talk about things that you shouldn't do at meets.
Ooh, nice segue, Darius. Very, very smooth. Well, you
Have
see,
a
this
Lightning McQueen livery.
livery. Say the word livery properly. It's a good start, Buster. See, so I was out today at a shoot, and anyway, this car drove past, and it was just some P-plater leaving school, and he was blasting music, and like, because we were sitting next to a school zone, and he's blasting music and looking. He has
Sure
his
you don't
windows
want that close,
down,
bro?
trying to. No, I'm not Cody. And yeah, he's got his windows down. He's in his fucking mum's holding ashtray. He's got his windows down and he's blasting music, but looking dead straight, but occasionally looking left and right, to try and
What
see
was
if
he
anybody's looking at him like, oh, does anybody think I'm cool?
yeah, legit. Yeah, I was
Right?
anyone listen to my music.
Yeah. And there's not one time where I've seen, or there's been a situation where someone's blasting music, I've gone, fuck, that's tough ass.
That's cool.
Like, that's
Yeah,
that's
legit.
so fucking cool.
Bro,
Or, Bro's got
legit.
bangers, man. Bro's got fucking
Bro,
bangers. Like,
legit.
it's just cringe as fuck. And
Even
I
if
remember...
it's a song I like, that's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it is
Like,
embarrassing.
no one
and
is
I, and I,
ever gonna go, nice.
yeah, fuck, that's so
This
sick,
guy
bro. That's
gets
mad that you
it.
listen to music.
Yeah, in your mum's
Um,
Astra. This guy gets it.
Yeah, and I remembered, and I spoke to the guys I was with today, and I was like, I remember, I won't say his name, but I was with a mate. This was like years and years and years ago, and we're in his Forester. His girlfriend's in the front seat. I'm in the back, right? And he's got this stupid loud sound system. And we're pulling up to KK's.
We just
And
listed
there's
every forest owner.
and there's a meet, and he goes, oh, well, he's like, I got to put a mad tune on for when we're pulling up, and I was like, what? And he puts
He
all
needs
the
an
windows
outro,
down.
bro. He needs an intro, bro.
Yeah, no, he needs his own intro. And he puts all the windows down, and I'm sitting in the back, bro. I feel like I was butt naked, exposed to the public. And he's fucking blasting something super AIDS, like it's Lil Peep or some sad shit.
Oh,
and I'm sitting in the back, like, on the verge of killing myself because it's secondhand embarrassment is through the fucking roof. And I was like, no one has ever thought that that's cool. And then that was when I got into the topic with the guys at work, and I was like, there's so many things you shouldn't like do that nobody thinks that shit is cool. And I feel like there's so many things at work, so many things at car meets that you just shouldn't do that maybe you think or people think are cool, but no one actually looks and goes, that's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I
You know what I mean?
think-
So that's why I was
I
like,
think that-
let's chat about that.
That all sort of comes down to like being in like sort of first entering the car scene kind of thing. And you know how people just never get out of that habit of just like, you know, like either not building a nice car or having no style or doing stupid mods, buying reps, you know, cheap mods, all that kind of stuff. You know, how some people just
Yeah.
never like get out of that habit. I feel like it's that kind of thing because obviously, like, you know, when I first had my car, and I'm sure when you guys first had your car, there's like things that you did that you thought were cool, and now you look back and you're like, why did I buy that fucking eBay mod, or
Yeah,
why did I
half
do
of
this
it.
to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
car? Why did I, like, why did I do any of that?
Well,
kind
yeah.
of
Well,
thing?
now we're here to tell you, learn from
Yeah.
our mistakes, and maybe not just ours, but other people's. I guess
Yeah.
that's not mistakes, but it's just like nobody thinks certain things are cool, and like I don't know
It's
when
like-
people thought if I do this, they will
It's-
think that I'm cool.
I
Do you know
think
what
a
mean?
good
Like, it's
thing
just
is
so
we
odd.
don't need. A good thing is, and we'll talk about today, is it doesn't just need to be specific to car meets, because, and I think when I say this, half of Australia will agree. No one, like, you may think it's cool, yeah, you know, it's your car, you do whatever you want, but no one thinks you downshifting with a crack popple, you know, crackle pop tune in a Golf is cool. Like,
Yeah,
no
agreed.
one thinks just because your car is, I don't know, are they turbo? I don't give a shit about them. I fucking hate those cars. No one thinks that's cool. Like, your car is the small, like, it's tiny. Of course it's going to make decent power because there's nothing on it. No one thinks that's cool. Like, yes, yes, there is people that think it's cool, but it's embarrassing. Bro, but, like, even...
If your shit's popping big power, like, if your car is not... It's not tuned to pop and crackle, but if your car is pushing that much power that it does, then that's acceptable. But I even know
the only cool crackle map is like an RS6.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your $10,000 Golf or your $30,000 financed Golf by your dad isn't with a crackle map tune on it. Isn't like stage 3 terminal cancer. Shut the fuck up, cunt.
But it's like
bullshit.
I never get it. Like, it's always funny. There was like, I don't know who else says it, but like, there's a few boys up here that said it. Like, when someone ever does something like real cringe, it's the saying is, it'd be so much cooler if you didn't do that. And that applies to literally everything. If your car's cool and it's rolling past, and I'm like, fuck, that's a cool car, and then you redline that shit.
By just, yeah, literally, it's just
like
it's
being
like
low,
points.
good fitment, any of that kind of stuff. But as soon as you need to go out of your way for people to notice your car, you failed in the car scene.
As soon as you beg for that attention by, hey, I'm going to rev my car, or I'm going to crackle map in the middle of the meet, or
I'm
going to
do a
X,
skid
Y,
out
Z.
of a meet,
Like,
or
it's just sad. Like, the car should attract. There's a time and a place, and in a public venue, leaving a meet where there's all these 15-year-old kids trying to make shitty TikTok edits. Doing a skid at the end of the meet is not going to impress anyone that's worth impressing, like actual car owners.
That's what I was going to say. Like, don't get me wrong. There is people that are impressed by that stuff and people that think it cool, but they are not the people you should be trying to impress.
Yeah.
You shouldn't really be trying to impress anyone with your car kind of thing. Like, yeah, it's cool that people like your car or whatever, but...
Yeah, but let them like the car for the car, not for, hey, look at how cool I am when I do a skid. Yeah. Well, before we get too far into it, let's start with... The first thing I see all the time, and Josh and I were driving around today and we spotted it, the fat arm. I think people fat arm because it's like, I am so casual in this car. This is just, I'm so normal and relaxed and whatever.
What are we talking?
I just don't think that's... Well, I was just saying, just in general, I think fat arming is fucking cringe. Like, yes, if you're holding the... If your elbow's on the windowsill... and you're holding the steering wheel, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. But when you're driving left hand, right arm, full smack in the ground, hanging out the side, like it's such a fucking check me out of my financed AMG move. Or,
I was gonna say,
you know what I mean? It's just so fucking
If you have
cringe.
your hand out the window, like, you literally have no reason to have your arm out the window. Like,
yeah,
why?
and also it's a fine, and as it fucking should be, bro. Get fined for fat arming, bro. Keep that shit in. It's fucking literally secondhand embarrassment. We were driving on the freeway next to a guy that's got he had like a matte black Q5 and he's covered in tattoos and he's fucking he's like typical guy that would be bikey, definitely typical guy that would be fat arming, and he's windows down, full half his body hanging out of the car, and I'm like, dude, nobody looks and goes, fuck, bro, he's so casual right now. He must be such a chill dude.
I didn't know you were chill like that.
Like, not giving no fucks, man.
I didn't realize.
That's so AIDS.
I find the funniest one
is
when you can see them leaned out to the window, so you can see that they've leaned over just so their armpit is resting on the window. Yeah. No, I thought, are we gonna, like, I think another big thing is, I think this is probably just Commodore owners, but when their seat is, like, on the ground all the way back in, like, their back seat, and you can't see their head past their middle pillar. Like, you can't see their head because it's in the middle pillar. It's not in the glass.
And bro's fat arming from the back window to the front window?
No,
bro,
if you're fat arming, you're only allowed to do it from the back. Yeah.
Bro, his head's in the fucking... No, the only time you're allowed to fat arm is when you're holding the Melways out the window and you're trying to tell people directions.
No, I was watching an after movie for Ultrace, and there's a scene where there's people in a stretched Benz, like a really old one, and it's 6 people fat arming. I was like, that's gangster. But if you're in a fucking AMG, or if you're in like some shitty fucking car, no one thinks, damn, bro is chillaxing in there. Like, you're so cool and, like, laid back, bro. That's fucking tough as. No one thinks that. Everybody thinks, put your arm in your car, it's fucking AIDS. It's super fucking cringe.
Oh, bro, legit.
Yeah, legit. In all honesty, I think a big thing is I'd love to, like, ask, like, our mums what they see, like, people doing in cars and what they think is embarrassing.
They probably see their son's cars being our cars and going, fuck, those are so AIDS.
Legit.
Why does my son have a car that's the wheels are hanging out the side of the fucking thing and they can't even drive it anywhere without shitting themselves? Cause
my mum has never, like, my dad's like, you know, why do you want a Skyline? Like, why do you want to spend all your money on this car? And then I'm like, okay, well, look what this car's worth now, blah, blah, blah. Like, what they were 4 years ago. And he's like, oh, okay, that's actually not bad. And, like, I think...
Yeah, I can't say that to my mum because I'll be like, it's an investment. She goes, you're not going to sell the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's literally what I say. He's like, well, why don't you sell it and get money for it? And then I'm like, because I don't want to.
Well, because I'm too busy looking cool as fuck, hanging my arm out the window to
out the window.
Innocent civilians that think I'm super fucking tough.
Bro, I think
too busy
when
fat arming out the bloody
my
window.
old work beforehand was literally just like I worked at Shannon's Insurance, so it's just full of old people that just love fucking muscle cars and have no idea what the fuck airbag suspension is, and they used to rip on my car like constantly. They were like, that looks fucking stupid, and what the fuck, why would you do that? Why would you drive a car to wear out the tires? Like, it was that's all I used to fucking hear.
People are retarded.
Oh, bro. I always find, like, the old people are always so, like, single-minded in the sense of you can't have any kind of different car.
Old people are just dumb old dinosaurs, bro.
Legit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fucking...
You get some that are decent, that understand it kind of thing, but, like,
just fucking
I don't know.
Rare few.
You can't change people like that. But, anyway, yeah, fat arming or leaning real far back in your seat.
Yeah, sit like a normal person.
Just,
you acting
like,
stupid casual does not impress anybody.
If you have low seats, yeah, I get it, but you don't need to sit in your back seat. Just sit in your back seat then. Like, you don't need to hang your arm out the window. And the majority of the time, it's not people just hanging out their window to get, like, a good breeze or anything, or, like, it's hot in their car, so, you know, they put the window down. It's 9 times out of 10, it's just people thinking, like, oh, yeah, bro, I'm chill.
Yeah.
Rolling on the freeway
the pedestrians will think I'm so
car.
fucking chill and laid back, bro.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, secondhand
you know what I
embarrassment.
fucking
the
hate
body,
seeing at car meets
the
as
old
well?
crossing lady with the shackers.
It's fucking... You know when people are doing, like, the fucking... Like, the limbo comps? And they get people to, like, just stack, like, 20 people into the fucking car so they can get lower? No, bro. Take a seat.
Bro, car shows that do that are second-hand embarrassment. Downshift,
Oh, God.
tuned, all of them are just embarrassing. As soon as you have to pay... Sorry, as soon as your car can be in a show by paying, it's trash.
Yep.
It's embarrassing.
Yep.
Like, shows like... even bloody World Time Attack. How many cars did we see with rust holes in them?
I would.
That was embarrassing.
I mean, you have to pay to go to any event.
No, but
That
like the ones where you can like.
Yeah,
You can
no,
pay, like,
I know,
60
but I'm
bucks and
talking
get
if
in.
you pay entry. No, I'm saying if you pay $10, you know, you can pull up and you see people with like bone stock Mazdas and bone stock Fords pulled up at literally a tuned meet.
Yeah.
They make $10 a person, and you'll get maybe 10 good cars, and the rest are just bone stock pieces of shit. I'm not talking about status where you pay $60, you pay for your entry to show your car off because that's a genuine good show. But like the shows where like, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why you would want to show off your bone stock car. Like I don't get it. Why would you want to pay $10?
Get proud of it, but like, please.
But I understand that. Like, and as you said, I think the other week, it's like, oh, we were all like that at the start. Like, we thought our cars were so good. Like, looking back at like my car, like I used to drive around with a bloody hole in my front bumper. Like, I just never did anything to fix it. Like, it's just just fucking shit that I think back now. I'm like, fuck, that's embarrassing. Like, I was probably one of those. Yeah,
I don't think everyone listening, we have been through this. This is all things that we have done at one point, and we're telling you not to do.
Oh, that probably anyone's done.
100%.
Yeah, like, and it's just probably not as bad, but like just those shows that have a rev battle and shows that have a the most and literally it's prone to someone doing a skid out of the meat, and prone to 70 13-year-olds with their iPhones out, ready to
bro.
film someone do a skid and then clean some family up.
I get
And
so like
you know,
I on
like
purpose.
that shit's embarrassing.
Like whenever leaving one of those meets and there's fucking tons of people, I'll go super slow. Super slow.
Yeah, they don't expect you
Bro.
to go fast
But,
anyway.
like, yeah, like I'm talking like slower than slow. Like I just fucking hate it. Like all the people that stand out that just encourage
It's just
someone to do a
embarrassing.
skid. It's not fucking cool. By the time the
it is.
first
Very
cunt that's
sad.
done a fat fucking skid out the place has fucked off, the cops are gonna come around, and I'm too fucking lazy to leave early.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's fucking stupid.
That's what people don't understand. The people that have their cars in these good shows put so much time and effort into building a nice car. And the one thing you don't want to worry about, and the biggest thing is with police, the only people that are saying, "Oh, fuck police, they're losers," are the people that just straight have
That do
like,
stupid
have
illegal shit to get caught.
Yeah, and have a jank as fuck car, and you know, they do all this shit. Like, I think we've gone over with defects. If we get pulled over, we're literally asking for it. So there's no point trying to get out of it or saying, you know, why the fuck do you get pulled over? Fuck cops, all this kind of shit. Like, you got pulled over because of something you did, something you willingly did, knowing,
yeah,
you know.
legit.
And all the car meets just... Like, that's what happens. Like, even status, there was people skidding and revving out the front. The whole... I think someone got it on camera. For about 3 hours of the show, there was just this Golf just going back and forth up at the front of status, just like down... Like, not even downshifting, because it's fucking auto. Just like paddle shifting in first gear. And just like, you know, just crackle popping in front of everyone. And everyone in the line's like... Fuck off! Like no one thinks that's
things
cool.
that people don't think are
Yeah,
fucking
legit.
cool. Cruising
Yeah,
up and down
like-
past people, going like crackle mapping.
Yeah,
Shit. It's fucking.
and it just it ruins it for all the people who are in the show, because then shows like that get shut down, or that's when the cops are more than happy. Like, what status? There was a cop shop next door. They're more than happy to look at these extremely modified vehicles and let them leave peacefully. But not when someone skids out front. And now, like, status isn't allowed to be held there anymore because of dickheads that ruined it, that weren't even in the show. Sorry, there was 2 people in the show that ruined it, but the rest of the people were just dickheads out the front looking for their 30 seconds of fame.
Legit. It's so fucking stupid. And speaking of cringe
that's
shit,
what-
it's a bit off
that's- yeah,
topic.
that's
but
embarrassing.
fucking- I saw someone the other day posted that they got followed by a highway patrol, and the highway patrol told them to move out of the right lane. Would like turn their lights on, and they were like, "Oh, we pulled over to like the left lane to get ready to pull over," and the highway patrol turned their lights off and kept driving. And they were like,
shit.
"Oh, what a like,
Don't sit in
bro."
the
They
right
were
lane
like,
then, cunt.
got off so lucky,
Yeah, like,
so
true.
strange, and all I could think was, "No, your car's stock, and they don't care."
Fuck up. Oh yeah, legit, yeah, legit. It's so funny when people with like bone stock cars.
Yeah, it's
go,
double
like-
demerits. Not going to drive my stock R30N. Yeah, relax, bro.
Bro,
You'll be fucking
can't
fine.
leave. Can't leave McDonald's, and it's just a semi-low
it's a
Commodore
GT
in the
to a
car
normal
park.
car, yeah.
Like,
Relax,
it's-
bro. They're on their fucking
ah.
lunch break. They wouldn't even bat an
Bro,
eye.
yeah, people
Bone
like that are
stock.
just so
Yeah.
so bloody embarrassing, and they don't understand. They plaster that shit all over Instagram. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's people that care, but those people are just embarrassing as the bloody people that post it. Like, it's
I
okay.
think-
Like, you don't need to post when you get pulled over. No one fucking
Yeah.
cares. And the only people, like, when say you do it, Josh, tell me, like, guarantee me this: is it only 12-year-olds that reply to it?
Yeah, or just people that are
Yeah.
fucking annoying. I don't like.
Yeah,
it's
suck asses
always
or 12-year-olds.
it's always something to talk about, but it does get a little bit annoying after a while. But also, I mean, I am the one that's posting it at the end of the day. So if I
No,
just
like
want
fair,
cunts to not
fair
talk
enough
to me,
posting
then I
it.
just
Like,
won't
there's
post
nothing wrong with posting it, but it's like bragging about it. Like, you've been defected what, probably 20 times. Do you ever brag about it ever? No.
I don't
The only
think
people
it's
that
not
brag
something to
about it
brag about.
get
It's
get
fucking-
The ones
defected
that
once.
post up the
Exactly.
full spread, like the full
Like,
sheet.
there was a guy in my area.
That's weird.
Ah, bro. There was a guy in my area that got defected. This is ages ago when he was fucking dickhead, trying to be in the stance scene, and he literally had a bone stock car. I think it was on reps, and had suspension. It wasn't low, no camper, but it had wheel poke. and he got defected for wheel poke. He didn't get major defected. He got like a single defect for wheel poke. And he flexed the shit out of that. He changed his DP to him, Buddy Violent, standing on his car, holding the defect, and pointing at his wheels, and this and that. Like, he milked the shit out of this defect. And, like, you just look at it, it's like, that is so embarrassing. Like, I can sit here and be like, oh, dude, no one fucking cares that you got defected. But, I mean, there is people out there that go, cool, man. But they're not the people you want to fucking be impressing. They're just the dickheads that ruin car meets, and you know, it's
so we don't go too far off
that's
topic.
a big embarrassing thing
So
for
got,
me.
I think the
That's
next
on
thing
topic.
that's
That's embarrassing.
AIDS as
I can't
fuck
eat.
to do on the way into a meet, or just in general, is like I brought up before, is playing music super fucking loud. Like again, nobody really cares what you're listening to, and I feel like, I don't know, just secondhand embarrassment of like, oh my god, this guy's playing his music, he must be so chill, or wow,
Yeah.
fuck, I love that song. If anyone was
Realize
playing
it was
anything
chill.
that I'm like, oh, what a banger, I'd be like even, it's just
Even
so
if it's my
fucking
favourite song,
cringe.
I'd be like, shut
It's
up.
so cringe, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what's the need? And I want to understand someone who does something like that. Like, what is your thought process behind? Let me play music hella loud. Like, does it ever work?
Yeah.
Do you ever like pull bitches? They're like, oh my god, you listen to fucking Katy Perry, you're blasting fireworks super loud. Like, I really don't think that it has an impact like that. But
Like,
hey, I could be wrong.
I don't get
We could be
why
wrong about
people-
all
That's
these.
Like,
You know?
I always
what I was
fucking-
gonna say.
I hate having to drive. Like, if I rock up to a meet late, I hate having to drive through the crowd and shit. Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
people
staring
filming
at
at
you.
the
It's
start.
scary.
And they're all,
Bro,
yeah.
every time I go to a meet, I
Like at
park-
T-Way, I went the
park in
other
corner
day.
if I can, because I don't want to have to go through that.
Yeah.
Bro,
Went to
that's why I
T-Way the other
literally
day, and all these
don't go
people
to
are
meets.
recording, and I fucking reversed into this parking fucking bollard thing. I was like, fuck. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
embarrassing. Yeah, so it's like the one for your back of your wheels, like all front of your wheels when you're parking. Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
a pole that sits I don't know what they're called, parking bump stop thingy. And yeah, I fucking drove
like
straight
Grant
into it because
when he
it
did
was
that
yeah
status
yeah
last year.
it was the only one in the car park, and I just didn't notice it, and I drove into it. Everyone's like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Fuck!"
You know-
I
you know when
because
you
I was
hear-
with one of my
yeah.
mates, I was like, "I'm just not getting out of the car, right? Like,
When you
we'll
hear
just
the-
go."
Yeah, when you hear the crunch and you just hear the whole crowd go,
Yeah.
like it fucking
They
hurt
all
their
get the hit.
soul. Like, bro,
it's the
jump back in your
Minecraft hit
fucking
noise.
Commodore and
Like,
shut the hell up.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So fucking embarrassing, bro. And like, and people came up, they were like, "Oh, did you fuck it? Did you fuck it?" And like, it marked my rear
Yeah.
bumper pretty bad and my diffuser. But I was like,
And
"No,
then all
it's
the
fine, it's
fucking
chill, go away."
villagers just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. All the NPCs come over and start checking shit
Yeah.
out. Ah,
Whoa,
doing
you're
human
2J
things now.
Josh.
Can I get a photo? Oh, bro.
Can I trade you an emerald for...
I think one of the worst things to do at a car meet as well.
Oh, wait, actually, sorry, before I forget, sorry, just quickly, speaking on that music thing, I used to think, and probably, it's probably not something to say because it's a different, like, you know, some people like Power, some people like Stance, the subwoofer people. They always fucking 3/4 jeans, fat as fuck DCs, like
And
a
always
fucking
Foresters.
singlet or a singlet hoodie, a snapback, like a monster fucking snapback hat, 7 monsters fucking lined up, and they're just like, and you're just like, can't, what? And like, the only time I've ever seen that at a
Bro,
meet was a
anyone that's-
downshift meet.
Caleb, stop. Anyone that's driving and listening to this podcast is like gonna fall asleep because we're just boring talking, and then it's just gonna turn into ear rape. That was so fucking loud. That was
Why was it so
disgustingly
accurate,
loud.
though?
Bro, but that's what it's like. It's literally.
Yeah. Okay. I'm more That's so loud, please, Caleb. I can't hear a fucking thing.
Relax.
Alright,
Oh, but
that's
that,
enough.
fuck, it's so true though.
Fuck
That's
me,
literally
dude.
what it is, and
It's
they're-
very accurate, though.
Bro, their whole car is like shaking, and you just look back, and they're sitting in their boot, arms crossed with like the fucking
Queuing
the
songs
leg,
on SoundCloud, bass boosted,
like
nationals.
yeah,
bro.
like they're chilling, like their heads down, their feet are fucking up, and they're just sitting there just.
Oh, they're different.
Bro, that's what I said. It's like people like that. It's like, oh, it's obviously a different kind of genre. Like, I guess they never got out of the fucking sex spec, fucking Tony Hawk era. But like, I hate that shit. When I go to a car meet, like that's literally like I don't like, and I mean, I don't really fucking drive my car much anymore because I'm always fucking doing something to it. But I will never go to like a Bunnings meet or Cars and Coffee, or like I'll literally only go to shows like Status and World, like that kind
You're
of
such
shit.
an elitist, bro. I want to be cool.
No, it's not that. It's just I don't associate myself with the people that I don't know. I just feel like I have. Not saying like my car's 100 times better than people. Like I don't think that at all. But it's like I don't want my car around sitting parked up next to a fucking Commodore. Like I'm sorry.
Do you
like
know one of the things?
fuck off.
But honestly,
You know?
I think you need to like going to T-Way is good because you get to see that stuff happen in real life. I'm like, wow, people like this actually exist, and all these things like fat arm guy, that's a person, and loud music guy, that's a real person. I was
And
like,
just
these
laugh
are,
at them.
yeah, that's why it's interesting to go to T-Way, but like there are actually good cars there, but also it's funny just to like see the different people that are there, and I'm like, God, some of this is quite odd.
I mean,
And
I
know,
won't
like,
take my car to one. I'll go to one. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I'll fucking go to one.
To do, but yeah.
I like going to Cars and
like, I'll
Coffee.
go to
I think
one,
Cars
but
and Coffee is like
There's nothing that
acceptable.
happens in my area anyway.
I'm
so-
never awake early enough for a car.
Bro, Cars and Coffee,
so-
like especially like the oldie
Yeah.
ones, like where the old people
Probably
go.
Sunday.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Because the oldies, like,
Now the
they're
cars and
mad quiet and shit, and like the cops are never there because it's just all the old farts.
Well, the cars and coffee, like for like
The
Melbourne,
oldies do not want to see your fucking auto.
Yeah, but that's the
86
thing though.
guys.
The oldies, like, I know the oldies are just gonna be like, oh, that's fucking weird, and then move on about their day. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no one's doing a fucking skid out of the place because the car's gonna fall apart if he fucking gives it a bit like too much anyway. It's just so much like
the beans.
yeah, legit. It's way more chill than going to anything else, and that's like the only time I feel like I can go to something car related and have like a decent time, just because I don't have to fucking worry about a
Yeah.
cop rocking up, and I can actually drive my car.
I just think it's just embarrassing. Like, and as Josh said, it's secondhand embarrassment, bro. Like, I think Gerard, like I think it was Gerard was telling me last week. Him and Cody, I think, went to a car meet. And it was just like, just that kind of shit. It was just secondhand embarrassment. Like, I think Cody and that took a photo of some guy's car, or maybe it wasn't them. I think it was someone else took a photo of some guy's car, and he came up, and his mate came up, and was like, "Bro, why are you talking shit about the car, bro? What do you mean, bro?" And it's just like some auto bone stock car on reps, like some piece of shit. And he's like, "Bro, why you shit talking the car, bro?" And it's like, shut up. Like, it's people like that at meets as well, like that cry because like someone doesn't like their car. Embarrassing.
It's fucking don't take your shit out if
That's
you're
another one, bro.
fucking worried about what someone else is gonna think. And the people that are
Exactly
like,
right.
oh yeah, like let's punch on about it. Like, my
Yeah.
god,
He put a chair in front of my
bro.
car.
That was that golf guy.
yeah, bro, that's the
Kill me over
perfect
that,
example.
But let's not talk about
Fuck
that.
that
I don't want to get.
What was that?
The golf guy. Remember, I said I was like, "Don't crackle map. It's fucking annoying." And then he said he's gonna come to my house and stab me and shit. And I was like,
That is a
"Bro."
perfect
Oh
example.
yeah, I saw that.
Perfect.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't? Yeah. Didn't
Anyway,
he
we'll
say?
leave it at that. Leave it at that. I
Yeah,
don't wanna
okay.
Keep talking about it.
No,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
make
right.
sense, don't you, bro?
But that's like one thing I
Yeah,
think is very odd is like people get so offended and are so willing to like fight over just stupid shit at car meets.
Yeah.
That like I went to a car meet once,
it's-
like fucking it was a while ago, but like there was two guys that were beefing and like right in like the dead center, like where everyone was, he was like, "Come on then, cunt, like fucking put your hands up and let's fight." And said it loud as fuck.
Was he wearing TNs?
Bruh, no, he was wearing something.
us
but
fight.
yeah, like let's
Oh my
fucking
God,
fight
oh my
right
God.
here, right now, at a car
Let
meet.
us tussle.
I was like, bro, surely not. What the fuck? It was.
It's not cool. Nobody thinks you're super tough for I'm going to hit you with my angry fists because you said you didn't like my rainbow headlights. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. You just look like a fucking idiot.
Big L move.
It's like, and you say like that, but it's like, even the respect all builds, and then get angry because you don't respect all builds. Like, no one needs to like everyone's car. Don't whinge about it. Unless, like, fair enough if I walk up to, Darius Kakabi and go, hey bro, your car's fucking shit. Like, but no one's doing that though. Like, that's fair enough. But like, if someone goes to their mates, oh, that car's gross, or like private stories their car, who gives a shit? Like, I'm more than sure my car's was probably private storied a billion times. Like, bro, this car sucks in person. Like,
yeah, Caleb
because
got
there
big
was a
mouth
lot
for
of
guy with a
shit.
shit car.
Yeah, big mouth, but I'll fucking back myself up. You don't, bro.
But like, it's a perfect example though. Like, I've always said I respect everyone's passion for cars, but I do not respect everyone's builds.
Yeah.
I will not go out of my way
exactly
to
right.
make
And you
fun
don't
of
have
someone
to.
if I think their car's shit. I'll just think, yeah, their car's shit. It's not for me. But it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to fucking roast that person for having a shit car.
I think another thing, I guess these are two of the same, really, is revving and doing skids at a mate. Skids, I don't think that should ever happen leaving out of a mate. And to be honest, if your car doesn't make if your car makes less than 700 horsepower, nobody cares and nobody wants to hear it. So don't rev it. Like, it's different if your car's loud as fuck, right? And you can't
and you're
help
like a
but it
rotary or
makes
something,
noise.
and it's like, blah, 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 blah.
And you can't help the fact that it makes heaps fucking loud noises.
Yeah.
But like, don't go, like I said, like we've already said before, don't crackle map in the middle of your thing. Nobody wants to hear you revving your fucking car or whatever. And especially like boring stock-ish cars, like, no one cares. No one's looking at your car going, fuck man, that i30N sounds fucking sick with that poo-poo ass exhaust. Like, nobody cares. Literally no one fucking cares. It's the same as, like, just go there and have a look at the cars. That's what the cars are fucking there for. Go to the track if you want to be loud, or go to a fucking rev battle at something else. Like, don't go to a normal chill nighttime car meet or whatever the fuck. It's not revving the shit out of your car. Like, it just looks so sad. You're just begging for that attention.
You get it?
That was like the lowdown meet.
Yeah,
There was
whatever.
cars that were there that were like able to make noise, and I don't think I heard
Bro,
a single car rev. Other
not
than
a
get over
single
a fucking speed bump.
Not
Because
a
that's all
single car rev,
like-minded
because they're not
people.
all dickheads that went to the fucking meet.
Yeah, legit.
And then everyone goes, oh, why was there a low-down private meet and I wasn't invited? It's
Yeah, because you're the type of person that would be
Yeah.
revving.
Yeah,
Exactly
legit.
right. Like, everyone at that meet was all like-minded, same kind of people, understand.
Even
that-
people that nobody knew, that you can just have a chat with anyone because you're all on the same page. You're all
Exactly.
there. You've been
Not all there
invited
trying to
to
impress
something,
someone.
so you're not. Exactly, you've all been invited, so you're all, like, you're not begging for that attention. You already got it. You got the invite. That's good enough. But
Yeah.
like, just revving the shit out of your car is not cool. We had like 1,000 horsepower Supras and GTRs and stuff rock up, and you know what they did? They drove in, they turned their cars off, they looked around, and then they left. And nobody did a skid. Nobody did anything like that. And that's how it should be. There's a time and place for everything. And in a public fucking venue or at a shitty car meet in an oval, that's not it. Like, nobody cares. We can hear and see how much power your car makes if you pop the bonnet, but like, revving the fuck out of it, not that cool. Really not that cool. You kind of,
Nah.
again, you just add negative points on top of your own car. It's like, oh, this car's so fucking cool, oh my god, and then it starts limiter bashing in the middle of the meet, and you're like, oh, never mind, it's not cool enough. Like, you can literally, you can fuck it for yourself just that quickly.
And it's always the people, like, it's always the fucking, like, I hate to fucking say it, it's always like the young 13-year-olds that are like, hey, that was cool. And then you walk over to like the
Do it
crowd that you
again.
want to talk to, or like someone that you want to talk to, and they're like, this guy's the biggest fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
But it is always like kids and shit that care about, oh, rev the car. Like, I remember leaving T-Way, and there's all these fucking little junky kids like, go home, cunt, but they're all sitting out the front. Do a skid. No, fuck off. Go home. Call your mum. Fucking go to bed, cunt. Like, it's so late. And nobody thinks that it's cool. And if you're that sad that the gratification from a 13-year-old kid making a TikTok is what you need to do a skid, like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Is really impressing 13-year-olds that fucking cool?
And bro's
Do you know
skin
what
gonna
the
be
worst
like 2
part
seconds
about
in that
that
TikTok
is?
as well.
Yeah. Do you know what the worst part about that is? Every single time, if someone ever does that in a meet, if they ever get confronted for it, if they ever get paid out, if they ever get anything for it, as soon as they get negative attention, you know the first thing they do? Oh, I didn't mean to do it. My wheels just like skipped
Oh,
because I have
no.
hardly any traction. Like,
That,
bro,
did you
if
see
you're
that
gonna,
red S15 that did, or S14? I can't remember what it was. It was something. It was on TikTok, and the kid was
yeah,
P-player.
red R34.
Oh, I can't remember. It was red something, and he does a skid in the middle of an intersection, and he spins out
Oh,
in the middle of an intersection.
No, I saw
and,
one.
And I
It's like
commented on TikTok. I was like, "That's so fucking cringe, bro." Like,
I
imagine
do that all
trying
the
to do a
time,
skid for the
yeah.
attention, and then you fuck it up, and then some
Yeah.
idiot posts it on TikTok, and you look like a fucking moron. You shouldn't do that shit in the first place.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Nah, bro, it was an accident." I was like, "You literally
Yeah,
hooked the corner
legit.
at like 60 k's an hour and planted
Yeah.
it. Like, that was not an accident. You're a shit
Like,
driver and a dumb cunt."
It's always like, yeah, there's like some red Skyline. It's like literally left to meet. Its wheels probably skipped about 4 centimeters. Like the back wheels probably, like skipped to the right when he left the meet, like a tiny bit of smoke. And it was on TikTok. And this guy put it on TikTok. I obviously got the video of whoever filmed it, put it on TikTok. And I was about to comment. I was just like, bro, this is so embarrassing. Like, I get people think this is cool, but then he's like, I think he got pulled over. Like, he said, oh, just like the caption was like, cops got me after this or something. He did a skid out of the meet, got pulled over, whatever. And I was just like, about to be like, bro, this is so fucking embarrassing. And then I look down and it says follow back, and I'm just like, oh, honestly, like, I don't want to like comment you're a fucking loser, like. And
Sometimes
this guy
you gotta let 'em
follows
know,
me,
though.
kind of thing.
Nah,
But
nah,
like,
you gotta let them know.
but the people that are commenting on that kind of stuff are just completely gonna turn on you and be like, "Ugh." Like, dude, I got this. Like, there was what car was it? It was a car you just would not expect to be modified. Like something, I don't know, just something you'd never modify. I don't even know what it was. Like, it was just. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot it and
Anyway,
send it
go
to the
on.
group chat
Go
so
on.
we're on. Yeah, no, while I talk, but I'm just gonna do it so we're on the same page. I commented, some guy commented like, "Bro, this is the best car I've ever seen," and like it was in America or something, and I commented, I was like, "Oh yeah, bro, have you never seen a car before? Like, have you never seen any other car before?" And he goes, "Hold on, oh, just let me screenshot. Yeah, okay, here it is." So the guy didn't reply. Oh, it's a Volvo. Okay, I'm sending it to the group chat quickly. Have a quick look so we're on the same page and you put this on the YouTube or whatever. So that was the car, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
have a look at it.
What the
Fucking
fuck?
hell, that's,
Yeah, so-
that's so American. Fuck.
White, so...
Why they all build their
So
cars like this?
cream wrapped, white, like, flames down the side of it. White
White wheels.
wreps. Big
Oh, God,
fucking
the chrome
white
fin as
wing
well.
with, like... What do you call those big canard things? Is that
Chrome-
what they call the
Chrome
big canards
fins?
on
The
the
fins?
side?
Yeah.
Big fins on the side of the wing. Anyway, biggest piece of shit. So I commented, some guy goes, "This is the best looking car I've seen in a while" on TikTok. I go, "Have you ever seen literally any other car ever?" And then some guy goes, "It's a Volvo. They're pretty nice." And buzz off, bro. No one likes you. And I clicked
Did he
on
say
his
buzz
profile
off?
and he's like, yeah, he
Bro.
was like 15 and plays golf. And I replied, "Are you 7 or just a massive virgin from playing golf?" And he wrote "fuck off" and blocked me. Like, but like, I want to comment that on people's shit that just does embarrassing shit, but I don't want them to be like, "Oh, this Caleb guy, oh, he's a fucking arsehole." Like, don't get me wrong, I
Caleb,
fucking am,
it's too
but,
late
like,
for that. Everybody already thinks you're
Yeah.
a
Ship
fucking
has sailed.
asshole.
but like, yeah, but like, I don't want to go like, say, no, other R34 owners. Like, yeah, it's embarrassing, but I'd rather just be like, I just won't say anything, whatever. Like, he likes my car. I'm not gonna make him hate me over like, just saying this is embarrassing. But some people just need to be told
I
that
don't
the
think
shit
you
they're
need to tell
doing
people
is
for-
embarrassing.
Yeah, I think aesthetically, I don't think you need to tell people, but like, if you don't tell someone, hey, doing a skid out of a meet is fucking cringe, they're just gonna keep doing it, and eventually, bro, they're gonna hit someone, or they're gonna hit something,
Yeah.
or something bad is gonna happen, because I've nearly seen it happen. Actually, I've nearly had it happen to me when I was in a person's car and they thought it was mad to give it a hit in the rain, and we fucking spun out in the middle of the road, and I literally couldn't have opened the door in the car without hitting a fucking tree that was right next to us because it was so close. Sorry, ignore my microwave for a second.
And it's like, and it's literally him, and
like,
he's...
You have to tell these people because otherwise they're never going to learn, because they just think it's cool until they fucking kill themselves or somebody else, and then it's not cool. And there's like, and I just like, I'll find this TikTok as well when I sit back down.
But him, like, his whole TikTok is based around him thinking that shit's cool. And he has so many followers, like, won't say his name, so many followers that are same as Thick86, just all kids. Kids. And they're going to grow up thinking that the kind of shit that he does is cool in the car scene, or that's what you need to do to be cool. You know, you need to have an all-black car, you need to be sad, you need to skid, you need to do this, you need to do, you know, XYZ, whatever, to be cool. And so all these people wanting to join the stand scene are looking at this dickhead on TikTok thinking
that's
everything
what it takes to be cool.
Yeah, that's what it takes to be cool. But in reality, he's not cool. In the car scene, for people that, you know, I'd say big in the car scene, respected in the car scene, no one thinks people like that are cool. He's embarrassing. He's extremely... People like that are just embarrassing that they think
skids
that that's cool.
Driving obnoxiously, like, it's not cool. You don't get respect.
It's not cool,
from that.
no.
And this was what this TikTok was that I saw. And this guy writes, speeding to show off to your girl is cool until you have to look her parents in the eye and tell them your ignorance and stupidity killed their girl. Which is very, very true. Imagine you're at a car meet and you fucking do a skid or you do a pull and you can't control your car and you crash and you fucking kill some innocent 13-year-old that's recording cars driving down the street because you tried to do a skid. Like,
that's worst case
you have to
scenario.
live with that for the rest of your fucking life.
Exactly, yeah.
Worst case, but imagine you do a skid and you fucking crash in front of all these people, or you fucking do, I don't know, something goes wrong, and anything that goes wrong with a skid is never fucking good. And you just look like for starters, everyone's recording, so you look like a fucking moron, and you know everyone's gonna post it.
Compilation.
Like,
yeah, exactly. You end up on dash cams Oz as a fucking retard.
Bro. I don't know if it's like, we had a guy, so in my area in Geelong, we had a guy, he had a Golf, a blue Ford RS, a Focus RS, fucking crackle pop, whatever, tune, bone stock, you know, just with that tune or exhaust, whatever. So, he got to the point where he sped everywhere. Like, I'm talking 120 in 60 zones, swerving in and out of traffic, cutting, like, he's just some wog dude, cutting people off, like, you know, the biggest dickhead on the road, the biggest cockhead on the road, like, everywhere. And I thought, like, you know, because, like, you know, I'm in the car scene kind of thing, I thought I'm the only one that thinks this guy's a cockhead. Like, I'm the only one that's picking up that this guy's a wanker. And then he got put on dash cams Australia in my area. What he did was, there's 2 lanes going towards my work going onto the bridge, and you merge at the end of the lane to go into the right lane. So what he did, he was in the left lane. He went around the car on his right, into the middle of the intersection, onto the opposite side of the road, almost cleaned up a car that had to swerve out of its way. Like, had to move into its left lane on the opposite side of the road, so he could get in just to beat 2 cars in front of him. He got up to probably about 100 in that intersection to get around the cars in front of him for literally no reason. And they were just like, bro, what a fucking idiot. Anyway, it got posted on this Geelong community page, and there was probably 200-300 comments of people just like, this guy every single day speeds past my kid's school zone going 110 in a 40 zone during school hours while kids are out. He swerves in and out of traffic. He does 200 on the highway. He does this, that, and everything. He does bloody everything. So, I don't even give a shit about saying it. I sent that video to Crime Stoppers. He lost his license for 5 years.
Oh, fuck.
He got taken to court.
He lost his license. You gotta let these people know.
Yeah, so I took him. I sent his thing to Crime Stoppers. I gave him his name, gave him his Facebook, sent his cover photo to, because he used to come into my work and shit. I knew what he looked like. He worked at the phone shop across the road from me. And then he started his own phone repair business, mobile one. So he needed his car to get to work, and that's how he was driving. As I said, there was 300 separate people saying how much of a scumbag this guy was on the road. So I screenshot it all, sent it all to the cops, sent it all to Crime Stoppers, and yeah, he got taken to court and lost his license for 5 years. And I was like, I thought that I was the only one that was like, oh, this guy's such a dickhead. But to see there was literally 300 other people that didn't care about cars that were just like, this guy is almost gonna kill someone. Kill a kid. Kill kids. Because he thinks that, like, he was the typical fat arm out the window, pumping music, crackle pop tunes, speed everywhere, like, thinks that everything he is doing, he's being watched by someone going, nice. Like, that was his mentality. And he lost his license for 5 years. Don't get me wrong, he probably still drives under another car.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But he, lost his license for 5 years for being an absolute scumbag. And he is so lucky. Like, think about it. He lost his license for 5 years. He could have been doing 50 years in jail if he killed someone.
Yeah.
Like, look at it that way. He got out lucky. But he's the kind of person, he won't change. In 5 years' time, he'll be back in the same car doing the same thing. And it's like, and these people, they don't change. And it's like, I really hope people are listening to us on this podcast, and like, we're not sitting here going, oh, hey bro, that's really gay, you shouldn't do that, no one likes that. We're saying
the word gay.
Embarrassing. I can't use the word gay. It's embarrassing. B, like, you can kill someone.
People seem to forget that, like, you have control of a car or of a fucking 2-ton piece of metal. Like, if you can't stop in time, or you don't know how to control that, you will die, or you'll kill somebody else. And then you don't think, like, a lot of people don't think like one step ahead. Like, oh, that won't happen to me. That won't happen to me. Well, it fucking will, and it does, and it's really not that uncommon.
Like, do you think every single person that crashed their car in the world was like, yeah, bro, it's going to be me that goes out and dies today? No one thinks that. People just driving in the wet, skidding, speeding, any of that kind of stuff, and they write. Actually, is this a big thing? I don't know if it's just Sydney, Josh, but I have never seen a crash video out of Sydney that isn't an S15. I swear there's like one a month.
Every time it fucking rains, somebody
there's an S15
crashes an S15
every month. I don't get it. Is it just there's so many in Sydney, or are they all just dickheads?
There's a lot of S15s here, and there's a lot of inexperienced drivers.
Yeah, because I was going to say, are they just dickheads, or is there just so many there? Because that's all I see in Sydney.
Here, but they are also all dickheads. So it's like both. Yeah, it's become like a meme, but it's not even like a meme anymore, because it's fucking true. Every time it rains in one of the S chassis fucking groups, and Grant's sitting here nodding his head because he's in all of them, and I'm obviously not. And they all fucking crash. They always manage to crash, like every single time. I don't know how, but it's always around a pole. Even the other day do you follow Defected, Greg? On his story, there was an S15 crash in the middle of an intersection because it had just rained for fucking 5 minutes.
It's fucking...
Yeah, that's like why I said it, yeah, because then there was, before that, there was one on like the highway, two on like the highway who hit the middle barrier. Like, I remember seeing that, maybe last year, but like, it just seems like a common occurrence for bloody S15s.
Yeah, it is, because there's it's just that demographic of honesty, and I am completely for, I think, ban all petrol turbo cars. There's no reason for, we'll have S15s are P-plate legal because they're stock or they're slow or whatever. No, ban them. If it's rear-wheel drive and it's turbo and petrol, ban it. Because so many cunts fucking crash them and they die. No, there was a period where they just banned everything.
They're banned in Melbourne. They're banned in Melbourne.
S15s are like probably the most unsafe car you can get as a people.
100%. 100%. And everyone's like, like, I see people always on Grant's like questions like, hey bro, what's the benefit of getting an S15? Like, are they good? No. Like, yeah, they're a Japanese car. Like, take that with a grain of salt. How you drive it is completely bloody different.
I think one thing that needs to be like addressed as well, like is a big thing, is fucking like, well, not even really like when you're going to a car meet, someone there thinks your car is cool. Whether it's you, whether it's your mates, whoever.
Yeah.
You're going to a car meet because you want to look at other cool cars. You don't need validation from anyone there. There will be some, if that's something that you need, someone there, at least one person at that car meet, will think your car is cool. Revving your shit to get in, making a fool of yourself coming in, being loud as fuck. It's not gonna make the people that thought your car was cool any cooler. It's probably just gonna make the people that
Unless
thought your
they're
car was
12.
fucking. It's just gonna make the people
Yeah,
that
you're only
weren't
doing shit like that only impresses people that
12-year-olds.
don't have cars. In my opinion,
100%. But like,
it's just not cool. Like,
I'm at a car
when they
meet,
get
right?
cars,
And if
hopefully they'll
I'm
realise that.
minding my own business and someone pulls in with a car that's not my taste and they're not doing anything, I'm not gonna go out of my way to look at that car. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna go, ew, what the fuck is that pulling into the thing? I'm just gonna keep walking and look at other cars. If you rev your shit or make me have to look in your direction,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say something.
people, they think, oh, it's attracting attention to me, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be
bad.
negative.
Yep.
Yeah,
Legit.
like publicity is publicity to some people, but fucking hell, man, it's like,
It's not worth
Why?
it. Like like I said, the people. If you're pulling into a meet and your car is someone's taste, they will let you know it's their. They will look at your car. They'll come over to your car when you park it. You don't need a rev. You don't need to do loud music. You don't need to do all this shit. Same with.
I wonder how far in life and cars and stuff I would have gone if I had the same car, but I was the revving guy. I'd get it and come into a car meet and rev the fuck out of it. I wonder if people would still be like,
I wonder where
Josh's
you
car's
big
cool.
subs in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do got
it's
a big sub,
fucking-
but it's just fucking
But like same
shit.
thing on the road when you're driving. This is the one thing I hate the fucking most. If I'm driving my car and I'm driving it just peacefully, just enjoying, like I'm not speeding. I'm not being a dickhead. I'm just driving from A to B, just enjoying myself. If you pull up with your AMG A45 next to me and want to race me, brother, I don't want to race. Go away. Don't wind your window down and try and holler at me and then do a rev. No. Don't go
That
away.
always happens to me with golf.
If the wheels are on an angle, the car is fucking slow.
Yeah, brother. I don't want to race, and I like your car's nice, cool. You coming up next to me and doing a fucking rev is not. It's just gonna draw attention to me. I already hate you now because I have no idea who the fuck's around. Everyone's just gonna rope me in with you because you're doing a fucking loud crack, and they think I'm fucking with you. Like, no, go away.
Yeah, they
like the
know.
people-
Our cars look more modified. So
Yeah.
this always happens. It's like, oh, the shitty fucking, like, there was a purple MX-5 or something that did a skid out of T-Way, and they got a video of it. And then I'm always like, that's fine. Like, whatever. Your car's ugly and stock.
fine.
So that's why you can do a skid. And then who gets pulled over when the cops turn up? I
They hear a
fucking do.
loud fucking
Yeah.
exhaust and immediately assume it's the worst fucking, the most stance looking shit
they go,
there.
oh, the most modified car? Yeah, it's probably that guy that did a skid. I was like, no. But this is, I always hate that. The same as there was a yellow S2000, fucking such a dickhead, and he did skids in the middle
what
of
was
a car
his
meet.
Instagram?
Bumblebee S2K.
Yeah, he was a
And-
wanker.
Hot sister.
He was
Bro,
a
he
fucking
was a
dickhead,
wanker.
and like he did a skid in the middle of a meet, and I was yelling at him to leave, like as he was doing the skid, and he left, and then I messaged him. I said, "You're a fucking idiot for doing that," and then I said can't remember if I ended up doing it, but I was like, I'm gonna send if someone has a video, I'm gonna send it to the police. So fuck you, cunt, like, oh, you're just mad because you can't drive. I was like, dude, you couldn't even hold a wide fucking donut for starters, and also you look like a fucking moron. And the
Yeah.
only reason people get cut at this shit as well, because you do a skid, these people do a skid, and then it's cars like mine that'll get fucking pulled over. Ask Jack, because that has literally happened to Jack. Someone else was doing skids at a Silver Republic meet, and the Hyper Patrols pulled him over. And then he was like, it wasn't even me. They go, yeah, we've got to make an example out of someone. Like, how fucked is that?
That's I think you might know this story. I'll make it quick because it's a long story. But we had a
Okay, we'll
meet
make a
at.
story quick. I don't know about that. Hey, seriously, cut up the podcast and how long everyone's been talking for. I bet you take up 50%.
Yeah, but I wasn't on for the last 2 weeks, so I got to get my numbers up.
Yeah, it was so peaceful.
Yeah, I better. The views were down though.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was there was like PP performance when Randy was down from Eliminate was down. They had a meet there. It was I don't know. It ended up like it was meant to be like invite only kind of thing, and then I don't know. It ended up. I think that whoever owned it, whatever, that Howe guy wanted more than quantity over quality, and it just ended up being crap. And all the cars piled out onto the street, and they were lined up all down the street. And mind you, this is a performance engine shop who does not need the attention from the cops kind of thing. So it was like they plastered it all over social media, like, do not skid, like, this is our workplace, like,
there's
this
no
is
place
our
that
garage.
ever wants you to turn up to their venue and do
exactly
a skid.
exactly. And like these
Like,
are
it just
all
makes them look
1,000 horsepower GDRs and Supras and NSXs and all this kind of stuff, and they're like, please, this is our fucking business, don't do skids and don't do any of this, that, blah blah blah. So it was fine, you know, there was some good cars there was some shit cars there, whatever. So we were leaving, me, Gerard, so Gerard with the Lexus, Isaac with the bagged Impreza, who else? I think I had, oh fuck. Anyway, we pulled out into the street and Gerard had to drop someone back at their car. So we pulled over, maybe 3 or 4 of us pulled over on the side of the road. Gerard drove off to drop like this girl back to her car or whatever. And
Alright,
these
let's
three,
get to the details of the story.
yeah. So these
What's
3
Gerard's blood
Skylines.
type?
So these 3 Skylines leave the meet. They were all turbo 34s. One was like Ryan's one, like a wide body sedan. They flew, like there was so many people and cars on the street, and they fucking flew down the street, like, you know, all got on gate, whatever. So they all left. So this guy, the guy at the back, almost like fucking, like, I was on the road, like fucking trying to like get into my car. So I had my door open and they fucking flew past. Almost like could have cleaned up me, could have fucking killed any of us, could have hit my car, like easily got up to about 100 in the street. So the first 2 leave and the last one pulls up in the corner. So we all pull out and I pull up next to him. I was like, dude, what the fuck was that? It was like a black coupe 34 turbo. And I was like, what the fuck was that, mate? And he's like, what? Like, it's just some fucking fat dude with his girlfriend in the passenger seat. And I was like, mate, what the fuck was that? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, bro, have a bit of fucking respect. Like, why? I was like, why would you be, like, why are you trying to attract, like, fucking cops' attention leaving you? He's like, what do you mean? I was doing 60 down the street. And I was like, bro, no, you weren't. You were doing easy 100. Like, you got on gate. Like, and he's like, that doesn't mean I was going fast. And I'm like, yes, it does. Like, I saw you with my own eyes kind of thing. Anyway, went back and forth. He's like, no, I didn't do it. And I was like, yeah, you did. Like, and I was getting heated. I was like, fuck, whatever. So I had Lanal in my passenger seat. So I drove off. And then he followed me. And I was like, okay. So I pulled over. I got, like, he was being a fucking, like, mouthy cunt in his car. He was probably, like, twice my size, like, big fat guy. So I got out of my car. And he got out of his fucking car, like, shaking. And I walked up there. And I was like, do you want to fucking make this into something, mate? And he's like, no, bro, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was doing 60, mate. And I stood there, I was like, mate, don't stand there in front of me. Like, sorry, I was like, don't stand there in front of me and lie to me. Like, I saw you doing, like, with my own eyes, 100 down this street. He's like, no, bro, I didn't, I wasn't going that fast. I wouldn't do that. And I was just like, bro, and like this was on, someone pulled over to film it. Like, that this guy was like, literally, you could see him like shitting himself, like shaking, like I wasn't going to do anything to him, but like he was like shitting himself,
So
and I was like
scary,
in his
Taylor.
face. No, I'm explaining the story because it's like what gets into the next bit. So anyway, he goes, oh, I'm sorry,
There's more
mate,
bits?
I didn't do it.
No, please.
So I said, whatever, I got in my car and left. And then he drove behind me, sat doing like 40 behind me. Then we pulled off into a servo, and there was this long road that probably went like 3 kilometers straight road back to the highway. Did not hear his car once. Like, he just drove off normal speed the whole way, like he was supposedly doing. Anyway, so that night on Instagram, someone sends me a thing, and it's like this guy, I didn't know his Instagram, was like, did up this big write-up about me, about how good the meat was and how I ruined the meat experience for him and this because I claimed he did this and did that. And so I was like, alright, whatever. So I replied to it, and I was like, you did this, you did that, blah, 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 you're an idiot, you ruined meats, this, that. And I had the people that owned, like, the meat and all that kind of stuff. I had his mates sending me videos of him getting on gate outside the meat. And he was still trying to go, no, I wasn't doing it, mate. No, I didn't do it. And I was like, bro, your mates messaged me saying how embarrassing you are and sent me videos of you leaving and skidding out of the meet with hundreds of people around you, hundreds of cars. And he's like, no, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. And then I put it on my story, and he blocked me and deleted everything. And then his mate made him apologize to me. And then he went back to talking shit, saying, he put on his story that he would have beat the shit out of me and all this stuff. So I put up the video of him shitting himself, and then he's like, oh, bro, and then blocked me. So I deleted everything. But yeah, like, that's what I was saying before. Like, people that do shit and they go, nah, bro, I wasn't doing it. It's like, why do it if you're just going to say you weren't doing it 10 minutes later? Like, and then he got on Instagram and plastered me on Instagram, was like, oh, I didn't do this, and he said I did, and then I posted proof that he did it, and he was like, ugh, and then blocked me.
Yeah, people like that are just fucking
like,
stupid.
People like that, embarrassing. Like, yeah, legit. Like, if you're gonna do it, own up that you did it. Don't pretend you didn't do it. You know?
Okay, well, that was a very long story for a short story, bro. You could have been like, dude went flying past me at a meet, and I fucking said I was gonna bash the shit out of him.
No, but I didn't. I didn't say anything. I just got out of the car. Like, he followed me, so I was like, okay.
Okay. Sorry, I don't need more details. We got it. What color was his hair? I was curious. You didn't fill me in on that.
He was fat.
What color was his hair?
I think his
Did you find out
Instagram
what's Gerard's blood type? That was a really vital part of the story.
Instagram was like
I didn't get information
32 HSP. It's like, bro, it's probably his record in a row. His record of HSPs he fucking eats in a row.
Oh god, cunt.
Anyway, that's my run-in of someone that was a cockhead at a car meet, like you were saying, Josh, that dickhead that you said you're gonna send his thing. That was my run-in. He's like, I didn't do it, man. It's like, alright. Whatever.
Yeah, it's fucking. But I said, like,
that's embarrassing.
Don't skid. Street, no matter where you are, there will be people that enjoy your car. You don't need to do all this shit. You don't need to fucking rev. When you see a car in traffic, just wave. And if they don't wave back at you, it's not that big of a deal.
It's because your car's fucking ugly.
Like, I've had some fucking. If you rock up next to me with your fucking shitty Camry, and I don't wave, take it personally because I meant it.
Bro, I hope, like,
I made eye contact with you, and I specifically did not wave. There's a fucking reason.
It's not because I think I'm better than you. It's that I don't want to be associated with you.
Yeah.
No, but that just makes us sound like dicks.
It happens all the time. Like, you...
True.
No,
if someone says, oh, hey, bro, I like your car, it's really cool. While someone talks to me to meet, I'm not going to say, oh, hey, bro, fuck off. Like, I'll talk to people, like, just like you would, just like... You know, you get it worse, but, yeah.
I'm always happy to talk to anyone about anything, but there's a way to say, hey, I think your car's nice, or...
Not by saying, hey, bro, can I kiss you on the lips?
No one does that in
person. But you know what's not cool for saying I'm a car guy is driving really fast past me, or like... I see your car at the lights. Let me rev to let him know I'm a car brother. Hey, car
Josh,
brother.
I'm back here.
I've had really good conversations with people who's like cars that I don't like. I'm not a fan of their cars, but I'm a fan. Like, there's genuinely like nice people out there that I've had conversations with at car meet. Like, most 8.6 owners, I cannot stand. Like, some of them are just fucking stupid, and I don't like some of the cars that they build. But like, going to a meet, I'm more than happy to have an open conversation and talk to someone about cars at that meet. And then, like, I had one kid who someone asked me about their car, and I literally said, I don't like the car, but I like the person. I was like, anything that's on their car I wouldn't do. And like, so many people were like, oh, that's so fucking mean. And I had the guy message me and go, I appreciate the honesty, because he knows that, like, as a person, I think he's cool, but I don't like his car. We're on different pages with that, and that's fine. So many people don't get that.
Yeah.
I can have a genuine conversation. Just because Josh doesn't like your car,
You're
can still
have an
talk
opinion.
to you, because we're all humans. We all differentiate things.
We're all fucking
we don't
people,
think we're better
cars,
than you
No.
at all. Like, just because Josh has a nice Supra doesn't mean that's a massive thing. It's like, so many people hate on Josh because they think, oh, he has an Instagram following, he's such a dick. It's like, I don't get it. Like, you're either only cut because you tried so hard to be mates with him and you got nothing, out of him, like, or you're just going along with the bandwagon of golf owners that hate 2J Josh.
But like,
Because
it's
I
so
hate
like
all
you
golf.
can have it. Like we're all.
Right,
People.
I don't think I've ever. Oh no, I
We're
have seen
all
a nice
people.
one, actually.
We all can have a conversation. Like I get it on Instagram.
But it really comes down to the way that you... Sorry, Darius, but it comes down to the way that you react to certain situations. Like, if... Like, I could throw shade at, like, Darius. Like, for example, Darius and I... Bro, don't think I've ever said a good thing about your car.
You have.
since
It was
we've
like
known
way
each other.
back when. I've got it framed on
And
my
I th-
wall.
It was probably when you had this...
Yeah.
When you finally did this setup. And
What frame did you use?
throw
Darius? I used a black one.
throw shade at people, and it's the way that they react that I think makes, like, oh, you can have a joke, like, oh, that's funny, and or you can take criticism and use it as make it constructive. Like, there's another guy that follows me. I'm not quite sure what his name is, but he's got a Supra. He's in Queensland, and he messages me all the time. He's like, "Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Like, do you like this XYZ on my car?" And majority of the
Take
time,
the keys.
yeah, well, majority of the time
Also,
we
people
end up
grow
having
into that.
discussions about whatever it is, and I can say, no, I'm not a fan of your car, whatever, and it's fine. Like, he doesn't get cut, and it's chill, and he goes, no, I appreciate that, and whatever. Like, he's like, I value your opinion, that's why I'm asking. Like, that's all that matters, bro. Like, they need to get cut if someone's saying, I don't like your car. It doesn't mean, oh, they fucking hate you. It just mean you just got different tastes, bro. Not everybody likes my car. You don't see me
Right,
crying
and, like,
about it every
it's
fucking day.
fucking-
Exactly right.
Like, and Instagram is such a hard platform to talk to other people on. Like,
No, I reckon everyone just
like, I
fucking
mean, like
pussy
replying. There's so many people I won't reply to. Like
The ones that aren't are the people you don't want to talk
or even
to.
that, like if a bunch of people message me about a certain situation and I don't reply to you that day, it does not mean I hate you or fucking think you're any less. It's literally because I've been swarmed by a fuck ton of people and I've only replied to like a handful. Like, I've gotten so many messages like people like unsend
Everyone
something.
listening, that has never happened.
People
at Darius.
Yeah, Darius, getting
Bro,
swarmed
like,
by
I can
messages,
only
fat
take
chance,
like
brother.
3, you know what I'm
Fat
saying?
fucking
Yeah, calm down, Darius.
I'm getting like 5. It's starting to get a bit crazy.
No, that's like
Cap.
me. Like, I get a lot of like I have no. So if I post something like funny, like I get a lot of people that reply to it, like, oh haha, bro, this is so good, or like, you know, just a lot of people that reply to stuff I post, and like a lot of them, like I like don't, you know, they don't make it out of my.
You can't entertain everyone because, like,
Exactly,
this is what
like,
I
and
said.
it's
I
not
don't know
that
if
I
I said
don't
it
wanna
in the
talk to people.
podcast. So it's not that I haven't said it. Sorry, I think I might have said it in the podcast, but it's if I spent, or anyone for that matter, if you spent every message you got and you had a basic conversation about whatever fucking stuff people want to talk about, do you know how fucking often, this is why, like, celebrities aren't going to answer your fucking messages, because they're like, they've got other shit to do. Like, you can't sit there and entertain 15 people's conversations at once and be at work. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be there talking to cunts online all the fucking
too
time.
much
As
time.
much
Like
as I
I
want to
said,
reply
someone
to people.
posted. I'll see if I can get the screenshot of the TikTok. But someone was like, "No matter how many followers I get on this app, I'll still reply to every single one of you." And I was like,
If it's a relevant message, then yeah, I'm gonna reply. But if you're like,
That's same, yeah.
that's sick, to a picture of like the car, like,
but
yeah,
like even
okay.
that, like
It
if
goes
you took
through my message.
I can't have a because you reply
If
and
you-
then they have a conversation and it's like, like I know it sounds like a dick, but like,
bro,
yeah,
and then
it's
having
hard
like
sometimes.
different conversations.
I'm
with
a normal
those
person.
people
Sometimes I
too,
don't want to be on my phone.
about like either the exact same thing because people it's always a follow up. How you been, man? I can only write, yeah, bro, been good. How about you? So many times.
I copped. It's like it's a lot of them. Like if someone replies to like a photo of that I put up, and they go, "Nice car, man. It's my favorite car. I like it," or "I like what you say on the podcast," or "I like this kind of stuff." Then I'm like, "Oh, cheers, man." But like some of them, I don't get to replying to all because like for one, I always said I don't have Instagram notifications on, so it's not like I see it when it pops up. I'm not like ignoring it. It's just shit that I see, and I'm just like I don't really have a reply, or I'm not in the mood to reply, or it's not someone I know, like any of that. Like if my mates message me, I'll always reply, like no matter what kind of thing. But you just get like random messages that it's like you just don't want to reply to, kind of thing. And like if I go through my like DMs here, like I got one from some guy. It says follows me. It's like you both follow Darius and Josh and 50 other people. And it's like he goes, "Please, I need your help." And I sent a question mark, and he goes, "I'm trying to sign up my Instagram on my new phone, and Instagram don't allow me. They showed me 2 friends I can contact to help
Love
me
that.
receive a link. The link will be sent to you. Please send a screenshot of it to me." And I just wrote back, "Shut the fuck up, cunt." And he didn't open it.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's a legit scam.
Oh, is it? His thing looked fucking legit
Yeah.
though. But like,
Care
I
about
just
him
get-
replying to bots because he's stupid as shit.
bro, but so many like this is. I'm gonna go through my DMs.
I had someone ask me for
Bro,
money
what
once.
wheels is that? Is this thing turbo, bro? Love your car, bro. Want to trade the Yabba Kings for some Koenigs? And this guy's in like America. Then I get
Yeah, send
tagged
him my
in
way.
Broken Gang and Tokyo Enter Tokyo.
Yeah.
And
Sad motherfuckers are us has invited you to be a collaborator on this post.
bro, legit. Or like
Fuck
I'll be
off.
like, hey guys, does anyone know? I'm looking at getting like a custom, like rear seat setup done. Like I want to do it myself. Can anyone send me some like inspiration? And some guy goes, hey bro, no I can't. I'm like, all right, thank you.
Peak funny, thanks for that.
Like
Literally
yeah.
wheezing right now.
Like yeah, and it's like, I don't know. It's just so much stuff.
Like I appreciate the
yeah,
nice
I
messages.
just don't have the.
I appreciate
don't
the
bother
nice messages where
replying.
people are like, hey bro, like I really look up to your car. That shit's nice. I can understand. Like I'll message you back. I'm not gonna have a full blown conversation.
Oh,
with you,
yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
It's extremely exhausting, especially like, bro, I don't even reply to my missus some days, and you guys out here begging. Like it's fucking. It's just it's fucking. It's crazy how I can't imagine how much Josh.
If you don't, I will.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro beans. Thanks, Eric. But like, no, gonna take it with a list.
Is that his name?
Bro, even that. Oh, actually, no. I have a
on.
funny one about that. Just quickly, some kid messaged me a little while ago. It's probably maybe last year. I can't remember who it was. I'll later on. I'll try find the messages. But he goes, "Hey, bro, do you like All Hail Jaden's Skyline?" I hadn't seen it before. I was like, "Oh, I'll have a look." And I think it was before he sort of cleaned it up, and it was when it was like it had like zip ties holding everything together, and it was a drift car. So take it with a grain of salt. I was like, "Hey, bro, no, not at all." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I don't know. I like stance cars. I like well-built cars. It's just a drift car to me. It's nothing special." He's like, "But it's slammed, bro." And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." I was like, "I'm not a fan of it." Like I was being nice to the guy. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. Why's that?" And he's like, "What do you mean, bro? It's a sick car." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's not really my style. I like drifting. I'm just not a real big, drift setup kind of guy." And he's like, "But it's slammed. Look at the body kit. It's pretty cool. It's pretty unique." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just not a fan, man." And then I had a look at it. Like I saw his engine bay. I was like, "Oh, his engine bay is actually pretty sick. Like I like his engine bay, but the rest of the car just did nothing for me. Like a massive kit I didn't like. Like it was falling off it. It was like
Alright, let's get on with the story, Buster.
yeah, 3 different cars. Anyway, but he's just like, "Why don't you like it?" And I was like, I don't know, man. I just don't like the car. And he genuinely got annoyed that I didn't like his mate's car. And like, I don't know if he messaged this dude because he fucking unfollowed me. He doesn't follow me anymore. I saw that the other day. I was like, yeah, okay,
Wonder if he
whatever. I
unfollowed
don't
me
really
as
give a
well.
shit. But I was like, but yeah. And he's just like, "Why don't you like it?" I was like, "It's not my style. I don't know. It's kind of like like when it's drift setup, it's just janky, kind of, And he's just like, "I don't like you." And I was like, "All right."
Oh, can he unfollowed me too?
What does that have to do with
Talking
Did
about
he?
like messaging, like people that you just like that message you just random shit. Like when you just like you say, "Oh, I'll have a conversation with someone that says, 'Hey, bro, I like your car,' kind of thing." But it's like some people just message you, like you of all people know that you just get the weirdest bloody messages. Like you
I
get
get very, very strange
random
messages,
people
yeah.
going, "Hey, bro, is that your girl?" Kind of
Oh,
bad.
dude, did I show you the message the other day? This guy, he replied to a picture of my missus and was like, "I just busted the fattest nut to this photo." I'm like, fucking hell.
Bro,
I swear to God,
so
bro.
funny, cunt.
So
What was the
funny.
Instagram?
Oh, I don't know, just some random cunt. He thought it was pretty funny.
Do you know what
I
we
just
should
like
do
that.
for one episode?
But even that, people that think that they're relating to you on a level that they go, "Oh, hey, bro, she got a fat badonkadonk," and then they think you're going to be like, "Oh, thanks, brother, it's pretty fat, isn't it? Hey, I tapped that. Yes, I do." Like, they think you're going to, like, relate to them on that level. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, "Cunt, shut the fuck up," and I'd block them.
I
Like,
just laugh at it.
Bro,
I can't,
legit,
I
yeah,
can't,
it's-
bro. If I got angry at messages
yeah, of
that were
course,
worth
yeah.
getting angry at in my
Bro, we
DMs,
should-
I'd be angry all the fucking time.
yeah,
'Cause I just get the
that's what I mean.
stupidest
You get
messages.
like the shit end of the stick. Like I get, hey bro, do you like his car? Why don't you like his car? Like that's like I get that shit, or I get. I had some dickhead DM me the other day because I said his bonnet sucked, and he goes, "Yeah, you want to punch on, bro?" And I was like, "Bro, shut up!" I was like,
Josh, for one
"Fucking
episode,
shut
we
the
should
fuck up."
we should go
And
through.
he called me a peasant.
We should
I
go
was
through
like, yeah, alright,
fucking
bro.
our Mrs. followers and see all the car guys that are following.
There's a reason I don't tag her in shit.
Yeah.
And also, some people manage to
But why don't
fucking
you
find
tag
her
her?
anyway, and still follow her. Like every now and again, she'll be like, "Oh, do you know this person?" Screenshot car person. I'm like, "Yes." Fuck off. I was
That's
like,
Eric.
block them.
Can't, bro. I could go through it right now, and have a look. I guarantee you, there's at least fucking one random cunt.
Actually, maybe don't.
Bro,
Bro.
Caleb Wadd's dookie car guy, bro.
Just let me. Fuck, bro. Just let me unsend this one.
I don't follow any fucking. It's like, oh, this guy's got a nice car. Better follow his missus.
bro.
How about no?
Yeah, it's like I put up looking for guards to buy, and some guy goes, "The clear tails get me every time." Like, cool, bro. Do you have any fenders for sale? Or
Can't.
no, you don't have fenders. Okay.
Bro.
And some guy replied to my like stories of everything I'd done to my car. He's like, "Bro, that was literally a movie. You should
Literally a
YouTube it."
movie. Oh, bro.
No. No. Some guy messaged me, "Hey, yo, what's up, buddy?"
Yeah, like the message is saying, "Yo, like just like I don't want to talk to you. Just what do you want to know? Like, do you have
Yeah.
a question? Like, ask me something like a normal person. Like, hey man, really like the car. Wondering where you got your I don't know fucking wheel nuts from or some shit. Like, okay, sure. Hey man, no worries. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, here, this is where I got it from. Otherwise,
Bro.
yo, what's good, fam? Nah, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh my
I'm not your
God.
friend. Just
I'm
ask
going
what
to
do
the
you want. What do
followers
you want to
now.
know? Go
We
away.
have to do this as an episode. Oh, bro, there is
No,
some fucking.
I'm gonna get very
dude
angry.
Wait,
Yeah.
Boys,
like
learn
follow
from
her?
our mistakes.
or-
Don't
Can't.
tag your fucking missus on your Instagram story because all
Bro,
the
just
other
tell her to
weird
go
car guys that are
private.
virgins fucking follow them.
But like, yeah, why do they
instantly.
feel the need to follow?
page
Like,
for my
you know.
missus that follows me, cunt.
The instigators.